Do you think that now, at least, that narrative that often has been propagated on behalf of the Islamic regime, that they have a popular legitimacy, it is once forever is just diminished? Is there any legitimacy? I mean, even legitimacy within those milieu of the people who consider themselves as religiously inclined people, people who believe in God, who believe in religiosity, in whatever they believe. I mean, do you think that there would be any future for that? Would you understand that as the Shia legitimacy in the Middle East? Because there are fears that if mullahs would go and the regime collapses, the history of the 500 years old Shiism in the Middle East, particularly in Iran as a major Shiite country, let's say by name, and Iraq and Lebanon, and maybe partially also in somewhere in Middle East, like in Yemen, it will be actually would be just in the dust of the history, in the garbage of the history. They say that one of the major concerns of Iranian Shia leaders, the supreme leader, is that with the collapse of the Islamic regime of Iran is not just the collapsing of the regime, is the collapsing of the 500 years legitimacy of the Shia religion in Iran and maybe in
That's
the Middle East.
exactly the case. That's exactly the case. It's political. Also, end of the regime would be the end of the Shia as a predominant religion and ideology in Iran, and consequently on few countries that you mentioned. Shia from the beginning, Shia with the 12 Imam, which became the predominant power in Iran from 5 centuries ago, to be exact, 1502.
101 by the
Uh,
Safavid dynasty, exactly.
1502, yeah, beginning of the Safavid dynasty. Uh, it was really a deviation even in Islam. So Muslim Sunnis are right when they say Shia is not Islam. But whatever it is, as a cult, by collapse of the Iranian regime, we will witness the collapse of the Shia as an important mainstream of the Muslims or Islamic movements in the region, because the funding has been done by the Iranian regime. They were supporting Shia in Pakistan. They were supporting Houthi in Yemen. They were supporting Hezbollah in Lebanon. They were supporting Hashad al-Shabi in Iraq. Uh, when there is no money, there is no blood in that vein. It dies. It dies. It's not specific to Shia. Whatever there is no money to support, it's going to die. And Shia is not an exception. So that's the reason that even Ayatollah Sistani, a big Shia cleric who sits in Najaf in Iraq, he's originally Iranian, but he has been living in Iraq, and he's the biggest Ayatollah among Shia in the world.